Hello, I'm Fausto Pinarello. I'm a son of Giovanni Pinarello, Nanni Pinarello, the founder of Chicken Pinarello, and the chairman of Chicken Pinarello is Serel. I decided to create Dogma. I was like a baby. No, that's not true. It was more than 20 years ago. The reason the name was Dogma. When I started my job more than 4 years ago, and then we decided together with my father, and then I realized that Pinarello is need to make the best bike in the world, the fastest, the bike, the frame with the more performances, with the best material, with the Italian design, and the nicest color. And the Dogma F, I think, is the best compromise. Why not Dogma Gravel? Dogma GR. GR like grr, it's very. Grr means grinta in Italian language. Grinta means, cosa vuol dire green? How do you say grinta in American? Grinta means grained. Make gravel, but for me it's green. It's a very an aggressive bike. At the same time, with the same performances of the Dogma F. I like a Grevil bike. I like the Dogma X, but I prefer more performances bike, like a Dogma F, like a Dogma GR. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking that I'm the best ride in the world. I don't have enough time, so I'm older man, so I need to invest, do something different. I think the design of Pinarello must be stayed more or less the same. I don't want to change the design. This is my style. I created my style many years ago. I always say to my staff and to the people there, if you want Pinarello, or you like or you don't like. And the Dogma GR must have the same design style of Dogma F or the bikes of the previous year, for me, 45 years. And I think that, as I say, that the Dogma F is probably the best all around 360 degrees bike on the road, on the world tour. I think I can say the Dogma GR is the same on the gravel.
My name is Raffaele Maccari. I work in Pinarello as a product manager. I developed in the last 2.5 years the new gravel collection. We were very lucky at the beginning of this journey because we had the chance to work with the team Ineos, okay? We still do. And one of the main guy that is racing gravel is Connor Swift. And we were lucky because Connor really knows what he wants out from a bike. So during this journey, he started to use the Dogma X, mainly because it was a bit lighter. And also the bike setting, the bike fitting was a bit more similar to the Dogma F that he's using on road. And that's one of the reasons why we developed a new platform called the Dogma GR, where basically is a sort of mix between the Dogma X, the Dogma F, and then also the Crossista. So that's a bit where we started this development. We wanted to have the geometries of the Crossista, but again, with bigger tires. We wanted to have the aerodynamic part of the Dogma F, which is our fastest bike, and we wanted to have a bit of power absorption and more flexibility due to the Dogma XC. So we kind of mixed up these three bikes, okay, and we created a Dogma GR. We just won the British Championships. We just finished second UCI race. So much still to be raced and to be win, but I believe that right now in the market it's one of the fastest bikes and also with the best weight. For Grevil F, we kind of changed pretty drastically the approach because we understood that UCI races are pretty short. Let's say 4 hours, 3.5 hours, with a lot of elevation, but also with a bit of road. But then there are like other championships. It could be the Lifetime Grand Prix, it could be the Gravel Earth Series. These races are way longer. We kind of found a sort of threshold, which is the 5 hours. So the Dogma GR is developed to race under the 5 hours. The Grevil F is developed to race over the 5 hours. As for the geometry, well, of course the Grevil F is going to be slightly longer for the wheelbase. It's going to be even more capable of absorbing vibration front and rear. This is due to the rake of the fork, which is going to be 55 instead of 50. And then also the chainstay is slightly longer to accommodate bigger tires, so you can get to, for example, a 50mm tires. And it's more capable as a platform to perform over races where you don't know what you can find. Because, I mean, it's pretty simple to do a race recon for a race that is 3.5 hours. You just do it 2 days before of the race. But it's impossible to do a race recon for a race that it might last 2 days. So you want to have the most versatile solution, you want to have the most capable solution, and this is going to be the Grevil F. So in terms of geometry, it's a bit more comfortable, a bit higher in the headset, and then still pretty compact as a wheelbase. So we're not talking about a kind of bike that is really hard to ride it, so that where you can really feel the flexi. So it's still a racing bike, okay? But specifically made for long distances races or events. The Dogma GR is 30% road and 70% gravel, while the Grevil F, it's more like 85% gravel and 15% road, okay? And the difference is not just in how much road you're gonna do, but also in the type of terrain. So the Dogma GR is really excelling in everything is going to be hard pack, gravel, light gravel, because it's a very fast bike, while the Grevil F is really excelling also in what it could be mixed gravel, coarse, loose, and mud. Okay, so that's another variable that I believe it's important to be said, because it tells you a lot on how versatile is, for example, the Grevil F as the bike, and how specific is going to be the Dogma GR, specifically designed and made for UCI races and to be the fastest gravel bike that you can find right now on the market. We make every bike here to win races. So the vision, the goal is clear, winning the US championships on a gravel with Pradin. It means a lot, but it also means that I think we created two platforms that are equally fast, okay, but they adapt better for different territory, scenery, okay? Over to USA for, longer straight road. The challenge that we had to face 2.5 years ago was just basically one, just to understand how it is the development of gravel. Because you probably saw that the world is changing quite fast, and the world of gravel is also changing equally fast. What is the trend of this year, it might not be the trend of the next year. So the only challenge that we found in this process is really to understand 2.5 years before what it could be. Of course, it's always hard, but I think also thanks to the fact that we are Pinarello, so we have a really strong DNA connected to the races, and we wanted to just kind of surf this wave of racing, and that's where we created bikes that 2.5 years later, they're really like perfect for this gravel era.